Hey guys, it's Ender again. I got the Huron here, and as promised, I'm going to finally do a segment on it. So first things first, counter-rotating main rotor blades, main rotors. They cancel out the torque of each other, so there's really no torque effect on this helicopter to be mentioned. You apply power, and you will just go straight up. You don't have to apply pedals to counteract any kind of torque. So, another thing to note is that the main rotor on the forward side hangs really low. I mean, you can see it out there. That's really low. It hits a lot of objects when you're coming into land, and the rotors on this helicopter are really sensitive to impacts. So, while the helicopter itself is a tank against incoming enemy fire and can sustain a 3GL and still fly away, you got to be really careful with the main rotor. So what you can do is add a little power and pull up on the cyclic here and raise the front wheels off the ground while the back wheels remain grounded, and this clears your main rotor of most obstacles. I think I left somebody back there, but I usually keep my my wheels down. Just kind of too much to think about, I think, personally. That guy's really angry. It doesn't take much pedal to coordinate the turn. Remember, coordinating the turn is keeping it in trim. It's keeping the nose, which is that V right there, the nose icon, in line, vertical line with the PIP, which is the circle floating around out there. PIP stands for projected impact point. Stand by for landing, guys. When I'm coming into land, I pick a reference point. I try and keep it in view. And as long as my reference point provides ample space behind it, I'm getting shot from over there. Whew. Alright, he's out. And we're gone. Man, okay. Ooh, that was disorienting. Man, all those guys made it off. Great. Okay, so you pick a reference point. As long as that reference point will accommodate, and keep in mind, you want the reference point to line up with somewhere on the edge of your cockpit here. Basically, this arc that I'm looking at, you want to keep that reference point in sight. I kind of screwed up on that last approach because my reference point went underneath the front of my panel there. So, for example, we're going into the repair pad right now. Right, I'm going to make a right-hand approach. That way, I can keep it outside the right windows here. See it down there? Alright, power's coming out. We're starting our descent. Wheels down, brakes are on. I gotta watch for that tree. That's another thing, is when you flare, it's a big helicopter, you get airborne. Whoa. Whoa, something weird happened there. I don't know what it was. I almost started settling with power or something. It's hard to fly this thing when you got broken glass everywhere, man. Okay, that was a bad showcase, I'm sorry. I think you guys get the point, though. You pick a reference point. As long as you keep it outside this window, right here in the corner where full vehicle repair is reading, somewhere in there, or right over the top of your panel. It's difficult when you do it over the top of the panel because when you flare, you lose sight of it. It's kind of what happened on that last landing. But then if that happens, what you can do is use your visual cues to kind of imagine what's going on beyond the panel. Like that signpost is about to come out of view because of the panel. All right, so I'm imagining where it's at right now. I should be passing over it. You know, so you just imagine what's going on beyond your panel, as long as you got a good imagination. So to hold a hover in this helicopter, 5 degrees nose up is your hover attitude. And when you're hovering, the front wheels are higher than the back wheels. So you can drop it straight down, and the front wheels will still be in the air. There. My tires are off the deck, my front tires. My rear tires are on deck. So, I really got to get out of the danger zone here. I call it the danger zone because that's where the Mohawk spawns. Yeah, you got to be really careful when you flare or pitch up, because it puts, you know, the pivot point is the middle of the helicopter, and you go 20 feet up from the middle of the helicopter, and the aft end of the helicopter goes 20 feet down, you know what I'm saying? So it's really easy when you're coming into land, especially since this thing, it bleeds energy like a champ, so you can really flare into a landing. But when you're flaring, you can catch treetops with the tips of your aft main rotor blades. Stand by for landing. Wheels are down, brakes are on. I'm going to hook it around Tower 4 and bring it in next to those guys in the Strider. Oh, they're all dead. Alright guys, I'm waving off. Dead friendlies. We're going to do a pair jump. Stand by. Altitude's good, you can jump whenever. Yeah, I didn't like what I was seeing there. Those guys were alive when I hooked around Tower 4, and they were dead when I came back around. If it had only been one, I would have been okay with it, but there were 3 of them, so I just decided to wave off from that landing. And then I thought about bringing it around to land in some tall grass that I like to land near, but about that time I started taking shots, so I just said we'll do an airdrop. So this thing bleeds energy and this super easily. So I'm descending and I'm slowing down, which means that it's not a very efficient helicopter. I'm coordinating with a little bit of right pedal in this roll. All right. If you start to settle, just slam on the power, and this thing is usually able to arrest its own descent. It's not very susceptible to VRS. So again, I'm using that wheels up technique. I got my front wheels in the air, my back wheels on the deck. You can see my pitch and the attitude indicator on top there. Got another attitude indicator right there. Looks like we got one more possibly. I'm on a bit of a slope, so it keeps wanting to rotate. Anything higher than 5 degrees nose up will put you, will make you go backwards if you're in a hover. Anything lower than 5 degrees will make you go forward. Just keep that in mind. I use auto hover a lot in a lot of the other helicopters. I don't in the Huron because the auto hover characteristics are kind of wacky. So I don't even mess with it. And plus the pip gets all erratic, so when I'm coming into land, though I use it when I'm in forward flight, I don't really rely on it for information when I'm in a slow flight. I just use visual cues around the helicopter. I keep my eyes out. Stand by for landing. Or we're going to land where those friendlies just went by, right in front of that bunker.
Tower 4, plane, Tower 4, plane.
A little hard on the landing. Go, Ruby. Yeah, if you go back, you'll see that I really plunked it down there. So that was just kind of pilot error. I am losing fuel, so if I'm smart, I'll get out of sniper country over here and I'll put her down and do my own repair. Because I'm not going to make it back to the repair pad. There goes the engine. Oof. Just about hit a rock. All right. Okay, well, I'll start another recording here once we're up and running again. Okay, starting back up. Man, I hate when this thing gets shot up. These windows are just impossible to see out of. So if you don't want to take off with any forward momentum, you pitch up, add a little power and pitch up to 5 degrees, and then add in the rest of your power while maintaining 5 degrees, nose up attitude, and you'll go straight up with minimal drift, forward or aft. Now if you just crank on the power at resting attitude on level ground, you got a 5 degrees pitch in the main rotors there, so you'll actually take off and fly forward. The fuselage will be level with the horizon and the ground, but the helicopter aerodynamics will not be. So carry my speed. I tune in 5 degrees nose up. See what I mean about the pipper being erratic? Land with the cockpit close to the concrete embankment right there, and then I know that the rest of the helicopter should fit in the space behind me, in the space behind my reference point, relative to the direction that I want to land. So right there I started adding power and the helicopter started moving forward, right? That's because I didn't pitch up to compensate for the 5 degrees that the main rotors are canted.
You got me? From below. Cheers, thank you.
I know.
So I gotta watch that tree right there. I can bang my main rotors on it. Keep a little altitude here. get the cockpit past the road there, and then I'll let it settle. There we go.
Shit.
There, 5 degrees exactly. I'm nice and level with the horizon. So this is flat ground. So when I add in my power, I will go straight up. But when I add in my power, I need to simultaneously release pressure. I'm holding about a 3/4 inches of aft deflection on my joystick right now to maintain this position. I'm kind of playing with it. You can see me feathering my control. All right, we'll give it a couple more seconds there, Razorman. Rasmore, I mean. Because if I keep holding back on my joystick, once I get airborne, I'm not touching the ground. Because basically I'm holding the helicopter against the weight of the brakes on the back wheels. Okay, we're going to go, Rasmore. So I'm going to increase my power and then ease forward on my joystick. Oh,
Fuck!
a little too much forward on my joystick, but we're going mostly straight up. So yeah, when you're on the deck like that, you're basically holding the weight of the helicopter against the back wheels, right? And you're pulling back to keep the nose up. If you don't pull back, then the front wheels eventually will just settle to the deck, and that'll be that.
We can do parachute jump.
Okay, yeah, I can give you that, man. All right, requested parachute jump, so we'll just pop up here. Altitude's good whenever you want. We're over Tower 1 now, moving to Tower 4.
Just drop me in the middle. Okay, I'm jumping.
Go. Alright, I'm mushing through this turn. I'm trying to match up my pedal to the rate of turn here and the angle of the bank. Let's see what this Mohawk does. So I'm kind of looking at the Mohawk and also looking at my attitude and vertical speed indicators. Oh man, I gotta put it right down there in the middle of the street. Oh, one of them died. I think it was the pilot. 2 of them died. One made it out though. Anyway, like I was saying, I kind of bounce between looking at whatever I'm looking for and also scanning my instruments at the top of my screen there, so that I can maintain a semblance of situational awareness.
Yeah, and the plane said please revive me.
Alright, now I got the fuselage level with the horizon. Since the rotors are pointed forward, the helicopter will continue to fly forward. Eventually it'll level out at maybe 150. Playing with my pedals here.
Stay behind the plane, please.
Start killing my energy. Wheels down, brakes are on. Power's out, nose is up. I'm slipping into my turn, which means that I'm turning inside my turn radius. I'm pedaling inside my turn radius, I should say. Started to get a little squirrely there at the end, I'll admit. Letting the nose settle on its own. A good visual cue you can use to see how far or close you are with your main rotors to any obstacles is the shadow. You see the shadow right there? And it's missing the shadow of the tree by, what, a meter or two? 3 or 4 feet. So if I thought that they were going to intersect, I would have kept the nose up by applying a little bit of power and a little aft cyclic like so. And then I would clear that tree completely. But I would have to hold this. All right, I don't think anybody else is coming. God, I thought maybe I might hit that helicopter behind me. Got a dead guy out there. I wonder if he crashed or if he got shot. Oh, it's a vehicle. So he got shot, most likely. Stand by for landing. Actually, we're going to fly past town and go out to those guys on the other side. I'm going to put us down near some friendlies. Wheels down, nose up, nose up. Wheels are down and brakes are on. All right, I gotta say that I was a little fixated on my landing. I didn't quite see the power lines when I was coming in. They did catch me by surprise, but a little bit of a rough landing too. I had quite a bit of lateral movement there. So when I landed, as soon as I hit the deck, I mean, I was already trying to arrest my lateral movement with a little left cyclic, but after I hit the deck, once you're grounded to the deck, you can be a little bit more abrupt or aggressive with your control inputs to get the helicopter to do what you want it to do. So I really kind of cranked over my joystick about halfway through its travel to keep it from tipping over in the direction of travel. So you see power's out. I'm just using my, well, power's back in now, but I was using my pitch to maintain my altitude. Got that tree down there somewhere. Yep, right there. Okay. So, put myself well past the road here. See that? A little bit of power is put in. A little bit of power to be able to hold my nose up. And a little bit of aft deflection on the cyclic. Probably quarter inch. I'm also holding left cyclic to keep my little left cyclic to keep myself from left cyclic and left pedal to keep myself from rotating to the right, which the helicopter wants to do right now since kind of uneven surface. Since that guy left, brakes are off. Front wheels are still off the ground. So to taxi, you just add a little bit of power. Sometimes it gets weird when you're on uneven surfaces. Add a little bit of power, but don't push the cyclic. Even when you're sitting on the deck. Oh, geez, that was close. Yeah, I just pushed forward a little bit and I almost hit the main rotors on the ground there. So don't push the cyclic forward ever when you're on deck. You can pull back, and without any power put in, I can even lift the nose off the ground. Those main rotors hang really low up there. This thing's really responsive to control it puts on the ground. Maintaining my altitude with a combination of pitch and power. Now that I'm full power, all my altitude control will be by pitch alone.
It's what's a good code?
So I'm not doing a very smooth job of accomplishing. Oh, you know what? I turned down my dead zones last night for a little gameplay I was doing with a sniper on my bench. I'm going to have to get in there and turn those back up. Stand by for landing. Alright, I'm really going to kick it out here. And this will kill a crap ton of energy.
Thanks.
Alright, my guys made it off. Awesome. So I saw the house that I was approaching where the friendlies were. I knew there was an open field right there, and even though it was off to my left over there and I wasn't looking to my left, what I did was I picked another offset reference point, and it was the yard across the street. There was kind of like an opening in the fence, and I knew if I didn't bring the helicopter past that opening in the fence that I would have ample room to fit my helicopter where I imagined it would fit. It's always better, too, when you're flying this thing, to give yourself more room than you think you need. Wheels down, brakes on. Like I said, I'm not looking at the pip. It's bouncing all over the place. What I'm doing is I'm looking outside the cockpit for visual cues on what's happening to the airframe. I just started floating a ground effect right there. There we go. Good enough. Power's coming in. See, when I added my power, I was pulling back on the cyclic, so the nose pitched up violently there for a split second until I corrected. You can either correct by releasing your aft pressure, but I find an easier way to correct with more control is just to decrease your power, the power that you just added in, which I think I did on that one. This will be a landing, okay? Don't jump. Stand by. Alright guys, we're going to put it down near Tower 2. We got a bunch of friendlies over there. Fly past town nice and fast. Power's out, nose is up, bringing it around. I'm slipping through my turn to kill out extra energy. Shit. Sniper behind us.
Can someone revive me? I am clear on the roof.
Oh, this is hairball. Must have been a 50 cal sniper out there. Did a good number on my engines. Alright, so what I'm doing is playing with my engine power to get the best combination of forward speed and altitude control. Helicopter flies more efficiently close to the ground because of ground effect. But if I want to fly with higher rotor RPM, I'll sacrifice my speed, lower my collective setting, as I let out my collective, you'll hear the engine RPMs increase. Maintaining altitude. I might not have enough power to maintain a hover, so we might settle here until we get into ground effect. Oh no! Oh man. As predicted, we started to settle, and then I didn't have enough air coming through the rotor because I was full left cyclic on that one to correct that roll. I had a little bit of lateral movement when I was descending. And yeah, we settled, and I just didn't have enough airflow coming through the rotors, I think, to correct the roll. So the sniper got the last laugh. What do you know? But we own the AO. That's what's important. I think most of my guys made it off on that one. I put them right here. Suspected sniper was somewhere in this area. Probably in these bushes right around here. This is a nice big fat juicy target, isn't it? Yeah, this thing will take a crap ton of incoming fire. And fly away. I've taken a burst of 3 GL on top of sustained machine gun fire into the fuselage. Not like Skara. That's funny you ask me that, because I'm actually doing a video tutorial on it right now for Advanced Flight Model. And yes, it can be flown in Advanced Flight Model.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's why I asked.
Oh, have you seen...
I was watching their videos yesterday.
Oh, no kidding. That's awesome.
Yeah. I just want to get better flying in ARMA. I was looking for some videos on YouTube, and I found yours.
Right on, man. Yeah, I've been flying this in Advanced Flight Model. I'm flying it right now in Advanced Flight Model. And hopefully in a couple days or maybe a week or two, I can get this video up.
No, nice.
Stand by for landing.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there's a tree right there. I'm gonna kick it around to the right.
Yeah, thanks for the ride.
You know, I jacked it up.
And nice base planted. Love.
Yeah, well, I kind of messed up the landing there.
Really?
Luckily, I got a lot of friendlies around, but there is a sniper out there. Yeah, so on that landing, I just kind of started to overcorrect when it started to get squirrely. When it started to get squirrely, I was overcorrecting quite a bit. If I would have just centered my cyclic, I think I would have pulled out of that and been okay. But yeah, I hit the deck and then I yanked back on the cyclic.
Oh.
And when I yanked back on the cyclic, I must have struck my my main rotor. Get me out of here.
I'm gonna clear the area.
Alpha 4 had 3 individuals on the top of it.
I must have struck my main rotor on the ground. At least that's what I think happened. Board's red, obviously. We're gonna be oh shit.
Yeah, I know he's there.
All right. Wheels are down. Brakes are on. We still have engine power. No, we don't. We don't have anti-torque. Shit. Oh, shit. Shit, shit. Ah. Oh, okay. Jesus. These 50 cal snipers out here are just doing a number on me. All right. Well, I kind of have an idea of where and what to avoid now. My brakes are off. That's why I wasn't stopping. Trying to dislodge myself from the building there. That was just dumb on my part. Bad footage here for this last 3 or 4 minutes. Well, maybe the getting shot by the sniper wasn't bad footage for you guys, but this is definitely bad footage for you guys. You guys don't need to be seeing this. But despite my confidence in advanced flight model, I still screw up. It's pretty close to the ground. thing still flies pretty good with a little bit of yellow on the board, so I can make one run into the AO and be fine. And we'll just go. Nice thing about this helicopter is it's wicked fast. Wicked fast, dude. You frickin' Maryland plebes. And your Bohemian beer or whatever. Alright, we're going to bring it around the right side because pretty sure that sniper is over here. I think the forest will mask us from him. Stand by for landing, Malkata. Alright. Flying sideways now. This thing can fly full speed sideways, by the way. I'll put it down next to this bunker.
You mean our power plant? Or the Hindu one?
Go. Malkata, get the... That is a big gun that is shooting at us. Shit, 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 shit. Oh man, we're back right where I got shot out last time. Just stay evasive. Keep accelerating, keep turning. Nap of Earth, baby. Alright, I think we're out of the kill zone. Let's see if I can locate this, not good to put the flight path behind your instrument panel. Alright, there we go. 15 degrees nose up-ish. Put enough power, arrest your descent. Ooh. Yeah, if it wasn't for that, whatever that gun truck, it must have been a, I don't know, a Prowler or something. Probably ended up killing my passenger, and that's my bad.
Dead.
Keep it above the flagpole, and I should clear the Mohawk if it should spawn under me. Pedal turn it right into my little parking spot over here. And use the restroom. I'll be back. Okay, back. I got some passengers loading up right now. Alright, that's about as much as we're going to get, I think. Power's coming in, slight aft cyclic, slight forward cyclic. Playing with the cyclic. There we go.
Yeah, one is watching the stairs, I can't get up.
Yeah, there's 4 of them at that high level. Yeah, they're all inside. They're all independent at high level. There's 4 of them.
Adjust my track IR. Something out there on the road doing ambushes.
Yeah, Tower 4.
No, we're talking about solar tower.
Stand by for landing,
near
guys.
our spawn.
I'm gonna land it next to a bunch of tall grass and weeds. Use tall grass and weeds as a concealment to make your way into the AO. It should be pretty safe if you do that. Stand by for landing. 20 seconds.
Yeah, they fucking swim.
As usual, I like to keep my
Stick, can you
LZ
evacuate, please?
out the side window here.
Statues? Oh, okay, they're dead.
Pretty damn close to that tree, I know that. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little pucker factor, thinking that, you know, it was probably seconds away from going down. But everything turned out okay. Landed with a little bit of a left, I guess right side slip, you know, right lateral movement. And
Careful, there's making an ambush.
I used a lot of
You
left
killed both?
cyclic once I
Really?
touched the deck to arrest my lateral movement.
We got people on the road
Nice.
outside the safe zone doing an ambush.
Yeah, I'll take care of them.
That's some pussies. They're doing it every time. Yesterday they were 192 and camped there too.
Now I'm just showing off. Always a bad idea.
No, the base is clear.
Tower 3, 2 guys.
Not my normal parking spot, but it'll do.
1 on the roof.
I got a helicopter at base if you guys want to ride back in.
Landing on Tower 4 now. That's going to revive everyone else.
I mean, it only takes a 1/4 inch, maybe even 1/8 of an inch deflection to coordinate these shallow banks, these shallow turns. Anything more than that, and you'll push the nose right past. This thing has really, really powerful, I don't want to call it anti-torque, but
Hey guys, don't forget the ambush.
basically you can fly this thing sideways, almost at full speed. And then mushes back over when you let go. Stand by for landing, Malkata. Power's out. Kill my speed up here. Land near those friendlies in that stone 2-story. Keep the concrete wall out my right side so I can see it. Go. Okada, go. I started to get antsy there, so I started rolling forward to make myself a moving target. Really what I should have done is taken off.
Yeah, let's go and get him.
Yeah, confirm that guy's still on the road. Yeah, when you feel yourself starting to settle with power, don't be afraid to slam on the power and rest that descent rate. However, once you get past the initial correction, make sure you quickly lower to your original power setting or something slightly higher than what you had.
Can you mark those campers, please?
Because when the helicopter starts to go up, it's gonna go up. And so what you want to do is slam on the power enough just to arrest the descent, and then quickly and smoothly lower your power again to a setting that allows you to continue your descent to landing. That way you don't pop back up. That's when things get really wonky and squirrely. Weird. I don't know what that was. I was playing around with the cyclic, you know, doing this number, bouncing it left and right to keep my lateral movement arrested. And yeah, the engine RPMs fluctuated strangely there. I can't even tell you what that was. Choppy. Saw a Jeep right over there. Don't know who that belongs to.
No, I'm still here.
Power lines. Stand by for landing. Man, my game just got really crotchety. I don't like that.
One of them tried to get the other power plant.
What? Okay, got it.
Oh shit. Oh god, that was embarrassing. That was a lot of dead people. Okay guys, alright, so what happened there was I wanted to land next to the tower. My mistake was that I put the tower on my left side, and so I can't believe this guy's reviving me. I put the tower on my left side, and I was using a reference point off to my right. And that would have been fine if I would have continued to look off to my right. But what I did is you saw me swing my head to the left because I wanted to see where it was in relation to the tower. And I'm about to die. I wanted to see where I was in relation to the tower. And when I looked over, that's when things went wrong. That's when I kind of lost my my situational awareness. If I would have just hugged my my reference point, which was that bush right there, I would have been fine, and these guys would have been close enough to make it out. I can't believe they all got revived. That's crazy. We all got revived. So that's my after-action report on that crash. Not the smoothest landing I've ever attempted. think I just heard my ride land. Oh shit, it's privately owned. Ah, what the hell? I hear a vehicle. Oh, there's a person there. Shit. Eventually I'll find something. Like that Ifrit. Oh,
I get revived.
I'm an engineer. I can fix that vehicle.
Less than 100 meters away.
Yeah, he got me less than 100 meters too.
Man, I'm disappointed in that landing. I killed all those people. I mean, they did get revived, but it was ugly. Reflects poorly on my judgment. I would have just gone, not gotten distracted. I would have been fine. Oh, and I missed him anyway. What a jackass. Those high levels know what's up. The safest way in is to drive yourself. Except when there's ambushes on the road. All old marks. Awesome. I'll probably end up putting it right here, or right here, or even behind this grove of trees right there. Moritz, just back up a step and you'll be able to get in.
I think the ambush team is back on the road.
Guys, okay. Come on.
Yeah, I wish I could lock that door back there. Stand by for landing.
I can see a vehicle coming down to the forest on the right side, on the ambush point, which were marked on the map.
One guy
already.
with a witch on my position. My corpse.
Alright,
They've moved the ambush point a little bit higher up.
reference point is that lone
About 200
tree
meters higher up. At least one of them are there.
with my cockpit intersecting
I
the
think
road.
they're already in the forest on the right.
My guys made it off safe. Awesome.
Oh shit. Isolos.
Alright guys, I know where that ambush team is. I'll mark them on the map.
Yeah, they're also at the entrance now, on the marked map. Go towards the AO. I got you covered.
Another nice thing about this helicopter is it's really easy to fly hands off because there's no torque. My hands are completely free of the controls. Alright, you remember last time how I settled? I do have quite a bit more engine power this time because I'm only yellow on the board. But here's what I'm going to do, and this is what I should have done last time I was having issues. Land out here where it's open and taxi in. Easy peasy. Wheels are down, brakes are off. It'll be a rolling landing. Once you hit ground effect, it cushions you. So just keep a little bit of power in. And your rotor's already canted forward, which provides you the motor force you needed to move. Because remember, if you push forward on the cyclic, you're going to strike the main rotors on the ground. And all you're going to succeed in doing is tipping the helicopter forward. You won't even move forward, I don't think. And unfortunately in this helicopter, its main rotors are tilted so far forward that you cannot back up without first holding a little bit of... You got to get past that 5 degrees. So now that I'm 10 degrees nose up, as long as you're on level ground, you should be able to back up. But the front wheels are off the ground. It looks kind of weird. But you can do it. Alright, and then when you're on the ground, all 4 wheels, your pivot point, your pivot point is the back tires, okay? So the front tires basically pivot around the back tires. The back tires, or the front tires, are just behind the pilots in the cockpit. Notice my power setting. So cyclic is neutral. I'm just using my pedals to steer. Bringing the rest of my power out to coast. Pop it up over this tree. You get the picture. So here's the front tires, like I said, behind the cockpit. Quite a ways back behind the cockpit, actually. A little bit further than I was even thinking. Yeah, they're basically right under the, if not just aft of your crew chief positions. So, something to think about if you're landing in a on top of something, perhaps. You know, your cockpit area is going to be hanging off into the void. Earlier I said I messed with my dead zones.
Ambush team is back with the vehicle.
Alright, helicopter's going to act a little differently for me now. Kowalski. Ugh. What a child. Make a choice, dudes. Okay, they're not coming with us. Oh yeah, I can feel it. The helicopter's already way more responsive than what I was dealing with earlier. This only means that if I get crazy and overcorrect, I'll really screw things up. I might actually have to deaden these. I think I was doing better with higher dead zones and less sensitivity. Starting to approach the AO. I'm bringing my power out. There's a helicopter right there, which means a sniper. Stand by for landing. Kick the nose out. Pitch up a little bit for a flare. Land it next to this group of trees and bushes. Brakes are on, wheels are down. Low descent rate, high speed. Go, go, go. GG, you staying? So, just put the gear up for some reason. You see how I kind of did a semi-running landing there? Instead of flaring and flaring and flaring, I had so much room that I just decided let the aft wheels touch, and once they're on the deck, the helicopter will slow, will come to a stop. And so, yeah, I just kind of let my speed stay up as long as I didn't pitch that much. And I just rolled it on for a landing. As you, well, I was about to say, as you slow down, it requires more and more pedal to coordinate the turn. But I misjudged my distance. And I caught a main rotor on that tree, which I didn't even knock down. How disappointing.
How do you solve the head zooming in and out of the helicopter?
changing the position once on Hummingbird right side on the gunner position, the back gunner position, and then go back to pilot.
I'll demonstrate that again. Okay. Rolled in, right? Add a little bit of
Cheers, thank you.
right pedal to coordinate my turn, more or less. Now I want to slow down.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh, Independent is taking over, so we need to get back into the zone.
As you slow down, it requires more and more pedal to keep the turn coordinated. You ever wonder if this thing floats? I'm in a good position to find out. I think it does.
Hey, not like Skara. Are you flying? Can you pick me up later?
No, I'm not the one flying.
Okay, it does not float. For a second there, I almost quit the game. For a second there, I thought maybe I was actually floating. That was dumb.
Four.
Well, I'm spinning up the Huron. What are you guys thinking? Tower 2 or Tower 3? We got a friendly in 3. Oh, Pro Cheesecake, you want a pair drop? Is that what I just saw?
If you can go to Tower 3, it's fine.
Alright, well, I'm going to do a pair drop. If you guys want to jump, you can jump. If anybody stays
Okay.
in, I can land at a tower of your
You can
choice.
jump.
Pair drop first, and if you guys all go, I'll just go back to base.
Okay.
Not like Skara, if you stay in, I can land this thing. It'll be in my recording.
No, yeah. As you wish.
Yeah, I'll get you over to Tower 3, Skara.
Yeah, I see one on the top of Tower 4, and there's also people inside Tower 2. At
Stand
least
by.
2 or 3 inside Tower 2.
Green light to jump. Go, go, go. That was close.
Yeah.
You saw that helicopter that flew in front of us. Okay. Tower 3 no longer has friendlies in it. Do you still want to go over there?
No. Yeah, it's still a better place than Tower 1.
Roger. I'll land you behind that little thicket of trees. Oh my god. We just got rammed and those assholes flew off. I don't understand how they how they flew away. I'm not even angry. That was just, I think.
Yeah, it was just an accident.
God.
He probably didn't see us at all.
No, I didn't see him. God, man. That's my luck. My rotten luck. That was setting up to be such a sweet landing, too. Oh, disappointed. It was a perfectly coordinated turn, nice and level. I was looking where I was going. I was just about to kick out my tail and bleed off my energy for the landing. Not today, the Orca says. All right. Guys, this will be a Tower 3 landing. Scan ahead and make sure nobody's standing over there with a rocket pointing at the sky. Brakes are on. Helicopter out there. Should be no factor. Okay, stand by for landing.
Wow, that's smooth.
Thanks, man.
Got two in front of us.
Yeah, thanks for the ride.
Yep. Alright, that's about as textbook as they come. Nice button hook into the LZ. We're taking a little bit of light fire. Nothing to worry about.
Go, fucking go.
Wasn't a heavy
Don't
machine
fucking
gun
stop
straight
them.
ahead,
Yes.
you know, shooting rounds straight into my cockpit. Yeah, I think the risk was acceptable. I got those guys with a little bit of concealment from the tower by landing them under the trees, next to the trees, which they could run under then. And hopefully they can go up there and clear that thing out. Always try and give your passengers a little bit of cover or concealment for their ingress to the AO, or whatever their objective may be. Okay, another button hook as I slow. Oh shit! Never mind. Helicopter's in my parking spot.
Take care. They have this new base in our tower.
I'm gonna help those guys scout. Oh, maybe not.
Someone get me up, please.
Brakes are off. Brakes are on. The lower your nose is, the more sensitive your pedal inputs become. Conversely, the higher your nose, the more deft
Luis,
your
close the
pedal
left
inputs
side
become.
door.
I got a bomb in this room. If they open the door, they are dead. I'm sorry, my fucking English. I am Spanish noob. Ah! Curva, curva, suka, bien.
Okay, guys, it's going to be a landing. Tower 3, stand by. Whatever's out there, I just have to accept is going to keep shooting at me no matter where I go. God, I can't see shit. I'm gonna run out of fuel, so bring it out of sniper country over here.
Status in the house. There's one reviving someone. Throw a nade in.
Jeez, the door is mine. It's mine. Relax.
Nice.
Oh man, bad spot. Sniper country for sure.
They will know pass. Relax.
Yeah, basically, once my windows got shot
But
out, I had a
escape.
really, really hard
The
time
door
seeing.
is mine. Please go
I
out of
kind
the
of knew
fucking
because
room.
I'd been there before that it
Thank
was
you, bro.
Where was
a
he?
semi-safe, open area for me to land. Very possibly could have hit something then on the way down if I hadn't seen it before.
If I die, I tell you. No problem.
All I decided I was going to do was set a landing attitude, which is slightly nose up, probably 5-10 degrees, maybe 10 or 15 degrees, and modulate my descent rate with power with the wings level, and eventually I'd get down to the deck. And if I had forward momentum, which I did, it would be eliminated upon touchdown, and it was. But I certainly landed quite a bit further away from my intended LZ, which was right at the base of
Come on,
those
guys,
trees.
back up in Tower 4.
But
Or
that
else
was
you're
the
gonna lose.
that was the trade-off. If that had been like a really hot zone or something, it would have just been a full-on wave off. Got some pretty accurate fire coming from that truck, I have to admit. Not so accurate in the beginning, but you know what it was when I button hooked around, I was right down his sights. I think I was pretty much in line with him, like a spoke. If he was the center of a tire, I was like one of the spokes on the other end of the rim. So he had run of the mill with me.
I've killed the same guy like 4 times in a row now. He keeps going to the same spot. Rep.
Okay.
I am ready.
Set it down out here.
Yeah, don't worry.
That was ugly
I've
and
already
awkward, and roll it in.
Okay.
What do you think all those buttons do?
Okay.
I've already reacquired my feel for the touchy controls that I have set up, and remembered that I like these better. I was doing good with the dead zones out though. Kind of pan around the LZ here, get a good, nice recon of it, bring her in. That was awkward. Alright, probably still got that gun out here, so
Jinx.
if I bring it in, it's gonna have to be from this
Oh my
side.
God.
Where?
There's one guy on top of the
Close to my body.
Top of where?
I might even bring it in right here. Never fails, man. As soon as you take off, that's when
Okay,
people
so
start
you
running
guys-
to you. Even if they're running around like little dumb ants. God, did I land on that guy? What's his deal? Okay, wow. What a waste of time.
Thanks.
Sorry.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
They're still around my body somewhere.
Alright, I'm going to do quite a
Thank
pretty
you.
risky landing here in a bit.
Fuck!
Stand by for landing, guys. I'm going to bring Tower 4 down my left side, moving from the southeast to the northwest, so from left to right, as you're looking at the AO right now.
We still got one guy alive.
Well,
Okay,
all those
thank you,
guys are dead right where I was planning on putting this thing down. Oh, no, they're not. Okay. Stand by for landing. I'm going to fly low
Okay, with the door. I got a bomb.
over the AO.
Okay.
You can die if they open the door.
That was rough. I didn't do my checklist and my brakes were off, so I rolled, which didn't arrest my forward momentum like I thought it was going to. Just taking some shots from the right side. Got my left or my right hand window shot out here. I can't even remember who my passengers were. They're probably dead for all I know.
Thank you.
Alright, to save time, since the board is green, I only have one window pane shot out. We're gonna go straight back. It's getting to be about go time right now. Just about a tie game. Increasing radius turn. As I slow down, the pedal has to
Bruh.
come further in.
Fly it! Fly the helicopter, or I'll have to kill you, because you're ugly.
Yeah, I know where they are. He's marked on the map. It's on the inside power plant.
Shut up! Just take off, that's what I thought. Exactly what I thought.
Ooh, man. I don't know what that is, man.
Only you're fucking 10 years old, you shouldn't be playing this game.
Okay, cool, tell me more.
Why-
Fucking
Life
savage.
Alpha 4-3, shut up, you pussy.
Relax and enjoy, please. Al.
God. But, Alright, Jinx. What do you want, man?
You sound like a 10-year-old, bro.
Go, go, go.
I can get us down safely near any tower you want, or
Get me
just
there
give you an
fast.
airdrop.
4.
All right, you want down on
My
the ground at
fault.
4?
Just parachute.
He's just fishing for attention. Just report him to Discord.
All right, we're gonna come in low. I'm gonna pop straight up over the tower. I'll let you know when it's safe to jump. This is the Huron special, people. Shoot up like a rocket. Ah, dude figured it out. Did sound like another helicopter got awful close at the apex of that climb, didn't it? Oh man, for a second there I thought I was going to hit that tree.
Yeah, as soon as you get up, just move, run, do something. Yeah.
Let's rock, ladies.
God, that's annoying. Stand by for landing. Motherfucking truck again. Wheels are down, brakes are on. Oh. Just pop my brakes off in case I happen to touch down. I don't want to stop. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Come on, slow down, slow down, slow down. So I wanted to slow down there. By slowing down, more of my lift goes, more of my available thrust goes from propulsion to lift. Because I was starting to sink right there. And I can't, right now. Oh man, somebody's about to hit me.
I
Fuck.
can help you in your work. I'm medic.
Alright, so
Right.
I was saying, inversely, less power right now gives me more lift. I just have to go slow. again, I'm going to struggle with settling with power when it comes time to hover. As I lose my forward airspeed, I lose that translational lift. Probably the only time we'll be able to hover is in a low ground effect, I should say. So the brakes are still off. I'm going to bring it down here for a rolling landing in this field. Try not to be more than 15 degrees pitch up. Sweet. So it's a good battle helicopter. It does take a lot of damage and still fly away. But it takes a lot of damage because it's a big target.
You need to capture tower 2.
Looks like somebody else has got a Huron. It's cool.
Yeah, try to mark something.
I like to think that I inspire the pilots. Brakes are off. I'm adding a little bit of power. I'm twisting to the left here, so I can see the steps. I don't know if I can handle Kowalski's
Alright,
door opening
let's go.
shenanigans.
Yeah, they're still camping at the ambush point. Just avoid it. Fly or drive around it.
They're coming from Tower 2.
Right, by now you guys know the drill. Start to bleed out my energy. Stand by, this will be a landing. Yeah, the
The
guy in the
people of
Orca
the
is
house
annoying.
in front of Tower 4 have a tango enemy in the next house, okay?
My reference point is that group of trees to the right of the original bigger cluster on the left. Wheels down, brakes on.
Then right in front
Go,
of
go,
you,
go.
about 20 meters.
I'm coming.
Engine just got shot up a little bit. Scare this ambush team over here on the rocks. Probably get my engine shot out the rest of the way. I think I caught a glimpse of them.
Yeah, okay.
What?
Alright, 6-7
Hey,
meters is the
hey.
danger zone for
Sorry,
flaring,
my
by the
friend.
way.
Lol. I'm gonna revive you. Why did you spawn? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I need another charge of bomb.
Okay.
right before I touched down, I popped my brakes off. That way it wouldn't ruin my forward momentum. Brakes are still off. There we go. You bet that orca's out there getting ready to mess around with me. Here's something. Am I just tricking myself? I was hearing myself. Watch this. Never mind, he drove away. I was gonna try and sling him.
Oh, we have... Oh no, okay, it's fine.
So I was looking straight ahead to maintain a stable hover, and very quickly and occasionally I was glancing down at the sling load camera. Once he was in the center of my view
Enemy camping in the brick building.
is
right
when
next to Tower 2.
I hit the button
Oh, yeah.
and held my hover, and after that I looked outside and stopped looking at the camera for positioning.
GG, close the door, please.
Man, I thought you could fly faster than this. I feel like I'm going at a snail's pace right now. Shit, I'm almost 20 degrees nose down right now.
Ender, you should drop the strider. We're gonna get sniped.
I know, we're going at a snail's pace right now, aren't we?
There's a sniper to our left, we're fine.
Like painfully slow we're going right now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ali.
Shut up, pussy.
A fucking helicopter rammed us.
Lord, what the fuck?
Oh, he died. Wait.
Holy is my tower, baby.
At least now I can go back. Oh, now I can go back and look and see who that was.
Tower 4 is a what? No?
So, if you didn't know this, click on your chat button, which for me is the slash key, and then you use page up or page down to scroll up
Because you see the
and down
this out.
through the text chat. So page up or slash. I'm pressing page up to go up and see where.
Yeah, but we can't peek at southeast because
Ender was
fucking
killed.
K, you can't.
Nash was
It's
killed.
making us-
Moncalta was killed. Jinx.
Two guys on my
Welcome.
corpse,
Jinx and Malkata were with me, so
Nice.
Nash. It was Nash.
both dead. I'm flying.
Whatever. Not a big deal. least now I know. Level what? 165? Oh, he won't hit me. We're good. Just to be safe.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, stop dying.
Look how quickly this thing bounces into the air with just full throttle. No torque, nothing. It just goes up.
Yeah, I see your marker. Torso. Yeah. Fuck my spelling.
Distracted flying. Just looking for that other helicopter so I don't hit him. Stand by for landing. It'll be Tower 3.
Okay.
Oi, man. You better jump out of the car on the way down because I'm going to drop you soon. Dropping out in 3. Jump out of the car.
Go. I took a shot there. So when I pulled out, I was just trying to be as evasive as possible. Oh, my guy died. That's a bummer.
Sorry, Dave, I didn't mean to kill you.
Remember last time when it didn't work?
Really? It's better.
What?
Go, go.
Ándale.
You guys stuck out there on the road. I'm coming to get you. throttles down, brakes on. Oh man, I think we're gonna win it.
Yeah, I see him.
All right. I'd say pretty good flying for the most part. Usually I don't have as much luck or success with the Huron, but I have been practicing, and that might have something to do with today's flight. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you learned a lot. The Huron can be flown in advanced flight model effectively. All right, guys. Take care.